Addressing the outreach sessions of the G7 summit on second day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi called for the reform of multilateral institutions as the best signal of commitment to the cause of open societies. In the session on open societies, PM Modi said democracy and freedom are a part of India's civilization ethos and shared the concern expressed by several leaders that open societies are particularly vulnerable to disinformation and cyber attacks, a statement from the Prime Minister's office said. Reliance Power on Sunday said its board has approved preferential issue of shares and warrants of up to Rs 1,325 crore to promoter company Reliance Infrastructure Limited. The preferential allotment will reduce Reliance Power's standalone debt by Rs 1,325 crore and along with planned debt reduction in subsidiaries, Reliance Power's consolidated debt will reduce by about Rs 3,200 crore in FY 2020, the company said in a statement. Naftali Bennett was on Sunday sworn in as Israel's new Prime Minister, ending Benjamin Netanyahu's 12-year hold on power and the political uncertainty that gripped the Jewish nation for months after inconclusive elections. Bennett, the 49-year-old leader of the right-wing Jamina party, took oath of office after the parliament elected him as the 13th Prime Minister of Israel by approved with a razor-thin majority of 60-59 in the 120-member House. Former RBI Governor D. Subbarao has expressed concerns over extreme unevenness in economic recovery and sharpening inequalities between upper income segments and lower income households in the country, cautioning that the trend will hit growth prospects going forward. Terming the uneven recovery morally wrong and politically corrosive, he said liquidity in the domestic market and foreign fund inflows are leading to soaring of prices of stocks and other assets despite disruptions due to COVID pandemic. The railway's earnings from platform tickets took a severe hit in 2020-21, with revenue from sale dipping by about 94% as compared to the previous year due to restrictions imposed on entry into stations because of the coronavirus crisis, a RTI has found. In a reply to an RTI query from Madhya Pradesh-based Chandrasekhar Gaur, the railway said it earned Rs 10 crore till February in 2020-21 through sale of platform tickets. In 2019-20, the railways netted Rs 160 crore, which was the highest earning from platform tickets for the national transporter in the last 5 years, the RTI mentioned. As the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic subsides, the centre has launched Project O2 for India to step up production of medical oxygen to meet the potential increase in demand due to further waves of the pandemic. The initiative aims to help stakeholders working to augment the country's ability to meet the rise in demand for medical oxygen. The second wave of COVID-19 saw an increase in demand for medical oxygen in different parts of the country. While meeting the current demand, manufacturing medical oxygen also became important to ensure we have adequate supply in the future, the Office of Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India said in a statement.